Today, from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And what a performance he is coming off of. I know that this is a different era of football where we're throwing it around a heck of a lot more, but still, over 500 yards passing.
500.
That's phenomenal, incredible. Let's see if he can take last week's game and carry it forward and have another similar performance.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Complete to Damian Williams.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Third down.
And it's complete to Kelsey.
Mahomes pass.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
It's a gain of 6.
Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. The 305-pound Ndamukong Suh fighting the path to the QB there. They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And this is caught by Watkins. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 44-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Mahomes throwing complete there to Robinson. A gain of 6 there on 1st. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to...
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Big Vita Vea pushing his way through to wind up with a sack. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
3rd and long.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Here come the Buccaneers, led by their new quarterback for 2020. Of course, you know the story by now. His 21st season, first in Tampa. It's Tom Brady.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
7-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At the Chiefs' 47.
On 2nd down and 4. Brady looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 32-yard line. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
53, check 53.
The numbers for Tate in last week's game: 20 carries, 76 yards.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back, and he'll be brought down with the tackles made at the Chiefs' 13-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
1st and 10.
Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but on their side of the field, all they're thinking is,
and he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for him.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
On the return, the Chiefs take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
At the 33-yard line.
Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
First down, Kansas City.
Mahomes now on first down. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. At the 37-yard line.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
They'll run on first down. Tate. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Working from the gun, it's Brady. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Brady on target there to Godwin. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle it, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Now a play fake. Brady. He's got Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Brady to Evans that time. 1st down, Tampa.
1st and 10.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Tano Passanio. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just have receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give to McCoy. Charvarius Ward there to make the stop.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Again, the ball carrier. He was taken down at the 22-yard line.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. From the gun, it's Brady. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
Come on, QB, come on.
Now Scarborough. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Bo Scarborough, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it into play before with the smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They scored.
And that has to warm the hearts of a lot of old school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Now they'll run it with Scarborough. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Bo Scarborough, his 17th touchdown now on the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again. They go to the big man. Second time he gets it done.
Almost as if they were feeling like he was establishing a rhythm. Give it to him again and again. And how about the end result? Finishes it off in the end zone.
Touchdown, great run, and the score. 14. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman. 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Complete, the tight end Kelsey. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Kelsey.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Okay, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
It's a gain of 10.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a first down.
That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. On play action, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Mahomes pass intercepted. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
With the score.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Shotgun now for Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin.
Brady's pass.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
A 1-yard.
The Bucs on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. He's going to find his man. That's Tavon Austin. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Brady's throw there complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That is lost. It's a gain of 5.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Fielded in the end zone. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. Time now for Patrick Mahomes as we put him in our players spotlight. And I guess right now as we look at some of his struggles today, the turn next play really applies here. He's got to move on.
I love where your head is on that because that's where his head needs to be. Exactly what you said. Yes, there have been mistakes made, but he's got to move on and play the next play as if it didn't happen. Keep his confidence up. But how about the guys on the defensive side of the ball? They've got to be feeling great about what's going on right now. They've already gotten to him a few times. They want to keep that up. Maybe they can pick off a few more.
Well, they've disrupted already for 3 INTs. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They'll break the huddle. Come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Brings up 2nd.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
At the 8-yard line. Now
Jones. And he'll be he's stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Tackle made at the 5.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
On the tackle.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
From the 4 now, 3rd and goal. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
2-yard line.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Field goal. A 19-yard attempt.
And Gay knocks this one through. And the lead now increases to 20-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Taken in the end zone. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman.
25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, Mark.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. It's Watkins. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him, but right now he's locked in and is in sync with his quarterback.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
19 yards there on the catch and run.
1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Tackled at
Earl Thomas in on the stop.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. He'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 15-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
A gain of 5.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Mahomes going to throw. He's got a man. It's Williams. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
3 yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Now this offense trotting back onto the field. Let's turn our attention here to Ronald Jones. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
30-yard line.
From the 30 on second down, Brady. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a draw play. This is McCoy. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. In your face.
After the penalty, it's McCoy. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
That looked like a 2-deep coverage, which we call cover 2. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level, you've got a chance to run before you encounter any type of resistance from the safeties.
We saw the example of it right there.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Here's Jones. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called, they are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They run. This is Scarborough. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
On the play leads to 2nd and goal.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. This is Scarborough, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Bo Scarborough, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll give this to Bell. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Le'Veon Bell on the carry.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
A gain of 12.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Robinson. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Demarcus Robinson.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones.
Mahomes pass.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. He'll get this underneath to Bell. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Mahomes throwing on 4th. He is going to find Hill here. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field. Defense.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Robinson.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
There on the coverage.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Robinson. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the 1st down at around the 22. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Andy Reid, some say always unpredictable, and here he says, we're going for it on 4th down. They'll go for it with Bell, and he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
A 37-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17.
27, Chiefs 10.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10. at their own.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe. They might have.
That's caught inside the 20. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA
in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on.
Well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play.
Harrison Butker to kick off.
Butker now to kick this one away. Thomas. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
On the return. The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. He usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up second and
facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Now they go screen. It's complete. The 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. A quick slant to Hill. Oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it.
Mahomes pass complete.
And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown.
Complete to number 14.
Sammy Watkins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
This is Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's Adrian Peterson in his 14th NFL season. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the shotgun, it's McCoy. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 44. He'll hand this to Williams to start things out. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Throw right side, going to be caught by Seals-Jones.
Mahomes pass.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
8 yards back.
That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Brings up 2nd.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he stopped up short of the 1st as they tackle him down at about the 36. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Finding Williams once more, complete. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Mahomes now on 1st down. To the right side, it's Kelsey. Not much there, only a yard.
To Travis Kelce.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd. After that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. That one complete to Hill.
Mahomes.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Bell. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, Mahomes. This will be caught at about the 5. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty. Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
Butker's kick here is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game.
Buccaneers 27, Chiefs 20.
Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment.
It's funny, we had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
Again, we see Tom Brady and the Bucs set to take over. He's been a good game manager. They're winning here in the 3rd quarter, but really the ground game is where it's been at for them, hasn't it?
So whatever the game plan was, you just got to focus on continuing to run the football. And really that takes the pressure off of the guy throwing it around. Doesn't have to be the focal point. Hand it off, let him chew up the yardage in big plays, and your team's winning. The only people upset, the fantasy guys who may have started him at quarterback in their leagues.
And we'll see if they continue with the recipe of the ground game. On 2nd down now, it's Jones. He's got a 1st down and then some in midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. A gain there of 21 yards.
So, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Mike, 53, Mike. You remember me? Let's go, baby.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Tate, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker. They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
yards on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Right here, right here. 53's the mark. 53. Check 53. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Check 53's mark. Check 53's mark. Target, 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 target.
On 2nd down, it's Tate. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
And how about that on 3rd down? So many different directions an offense can go. Throw it out wide to the receivers, get it to their speedy running back. They changed up everything and handed it to the fullback, and he surprised them all and picked up a 1st down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Check, check. Oh, here we go.
On 2nd down now, it's Tate, and here he'll get it down to the 7.
Buccaneers.
A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game, and I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains, didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, check like 39. Check like 39. Off the screen, off the screen. Off the screen, off the screen. Off the screen.
Now Scarborough. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
Mike, 53. Mike. Check.
Now they'll run it with Scarborough. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Bo Scarborough taking it in. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
1st and 10. At their own 27.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Throwing again here on 2nd down, this time complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
There's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now a draw play. This is McCoy. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Looking downfield for Godwin. And this is caught inside the 5.
That's good for a Buccaneers 1st down.
Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era. We think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. LaShawn McCoy, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we get to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a LaShawn McCoy touchdown run. But following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Gets this one to Hill. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on 1st. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Complete to Damian Williams.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
DeMarcus Robinson, the intended target on that one. And that'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes' throw complete to his tight end, Kelsey. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 21. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
First down, Chiefs.
Mahomes now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 20.
Mahomes to throw once more. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Terrell Suggs in there for a milestone sack as that moves him past Hall of Famer Michael Strahan, who finished his career with 141.5. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8.
His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
On the play. It's now 4th down.
They run. It's Williams. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. Williams stopped up short of the goal line on 4th down. And the Bucs defense, they'll celebrate the goal line stand. And they take a knee.
They were just trying to give their offense a little more room down near their own goal line, but this is just going to make things worse.
So backed up closer to the danger zone here from the 2. This is 2nd and long. In his own end zone, it's Brady. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 11. Looking downfield for Godwin. It got his man complete. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Wait, 20. Too little, downtown. Check, 53 flight. Check, 53 flight. I'm coming. We hit.
And they will take a knee here. Two running plays go backwards, so what's the call on 3rd and 13 now?
Hey, check like 39. Check like 39. Hey, watch his slant. Watch his slant. Watch his slant. Watch his slant. Let me do.
And they take a knee.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs.
No lead safe in the new NFL, but this score is really going to give them some needed breathing room.
Day is on for the point after. Increase their lead to 28. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Now this will make it into the end zone. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman. And now here comes Kansas City. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
This is our time. Our time. Theory.
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
Here a throw taken in by Watkins, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Sammy Watkins. It's a gain of
Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
Mahomes looks to throw on third down. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now it's Mahomes again. That's complete right around the 8. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Kansas City.
And now he's closing in on 450 yards passing.
That's an incredible number. I mean, you're talking about the best defenders in the world that you're trying to throw the ball again.
And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Touchdown.
Patrick Mahomes. A 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer.
Partner, it wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about. Assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Hey, 53. Mike. Hey, what's that? Hey, what's the ball? Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long. And they will take a knee here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And this is caught by Watkins. And they work this out past the 25. They go play fake. Mahomes. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hill. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. One final try for Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Today's final score, Buccaneers.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bucs, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.